Happy Halloween, everyone! To celebrate the occasion, I'm gonna go over the last Halloween trucks over the last 7 years, technically 6 years because they skipped 1 year. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 8. Kicking off this list, we have the 2015 Zombie. As you can see right there, he has a pumpkin for a brain. Unfortunately, also this thing, by the way, glows in the dark. The zombie logo and all that. Some that I totally forgot about. But anyway, this is the worst one, quote unquote, because it's just kind of boring. I've never really liked this one. But if you do, I'm glad. I just don't. But it's not terrible either. Number 7. Number 7 is technically not a Halloween truck, but just kind of goes with the theme here. This is Digger's Dungeon. It released a few months ago, and it looks pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's not really enough, but it's still passable. As you can see right there, it has red flames in the front, and it's still black, of course. Black and green wrecking machine, except it's the black and red wrecking machine. And the face right below the Digger's Dungeon. The card's kind of disappointing, but nevertheless, it doesn't take away from this truck. Number 6. At number 6, we have what used to be one of my favorite Halloween trucks of all time. It's not to say that I eventually grew to hate it, it's just that there were better ones that were released since then. This is supposed to be a skeleton El Toro Loco. When I first saw this, I thought it was Bulldozer. I mean, to be fair, you can kind of see where I'm coming from because it's tan. And also the black rims are also really cool. The card's also really cool, as you can see right up there. And that's all I have to say about that. Number 5. At number 5, we have Monster Mutt. This was the final final truck period released by Hot Wheels Monster Jam. As you can see right there, it's all wrapped up. It's supposed to be a mummy and stuff like that. Unfortunately, the tooling's inaccurate, so that kind of takes it away. But nevertheless, you could still say it's Monster Mutt Dalmatian because it doesn't specify which Monster Mutt it actually is. And I wish they would have made this truck in real life as well. As you can see there, even the ears are wrapped up, and even some of the back's not even wrapped up either. Number 4. Right hot off the press, we have number 4 here, Son of a Digger, for this year's Halloween truck. And it looks like this is a sequel to the Digger's Dungeon, as you can see right there. And I'm just noticing that skull's wearing a mask in the bottom, in the top right there on the card. This is a really cool card. I'm gonna not try to spoil it too much here, but if you want to, you can just pause it and just have a grand old look at this thing. Number 3. At number 3, we have Spin Master's first ever stab at the Halloween trucks in 2019. This is Pirate's Curse. Unfortunately, I used to not like this truck just because I thought it looked weird, but now it looks awesome looking. As you can see there, the tires are really cool looking, and it kind of just goes with like the Ghost. In fact, here's the card right there. Look at that thing. Jesus Christ. I mean, this thing overall has really grown on me, nevertheless. Number 2. At number 2, we have last year's truck, the Mohawk Warrior. As you can see right there, you can kind of see it's supposed to be based on a vampire, and this thing just looks cool. I mean, look. I mean, the tires, I wish they would have been black, but silver does not go too bad on this truck. As you can see right there, there's the Mohawk. It's a different casting, and I wish they would have done more with that. Just like the Bone Mohawk Warrior. That's the only one that I think that I would have collected, but I haven't. As you can see right there, the pointed ears and the black around the eyes as well. That just you just can't top this thing, can you? Number 1. Yet you can. Number 1 is, of course, the Halloween Gravedigger, the first ever one from 2014. I mean, look at this thing. How did they not? I wish they would have made this truck in real life, but unfortunately they didn't. But we at least have this thing. Unfortunately, this thing is extremely rare and expensive. I mean, just go on eBay. Those prices must be outrageous. But luckily, I got one for relatively cheap. And as you can see there, the figurine back when they did the figurines. And this card, just look at this thing. You just cannot top it, ever. I don't think. But as with all videos, I pass the question on to you. What concept would you like to see for a Halloween truck? Personally, next year I'd like to see a Max D, except with like a pumpkin head or something like that. Kind of like what they did with that Gravedigger and that Son of a Digger from this year. So leave a comment down below and let me know what you know. And I'll see you guys on the flip side.